My name is Gary Spracklin and I am Director of Digital Learning and Innovation at the Isle of Portland Aldridge Community Academy. I'm just going to talk you through an extension that we've been using for about a month now in the Academy. It's an extension from TextHelp that we can use on our Chrome web browsers, whether that's on a Chromebook or other device. And it's an extension called Read and Write for Google. Before I share with you the official video kind of highlighting the benefits of the product, I just want to show you in action. I've got a BBC article up here. If I select this button here, which should be in my address bar, it brings up the Read and Write menu. From here I can select a selection of text, such as this area here. I can press play.
Australia batsman Phil Hughes is in a critical condition after being hit by a bouncer at the Sydney Cricket Ground. The South Australia
I can pause at any point and I can continue playing.
left-hander, 25, collapsed after a delivery from New South Wales bowler Sean Abbott struck him on the head, missing his helmet.
And it stops at the selection I was looking at. A couple of other tools that are really useful within this. You can highlight different sections, and as you can see I've already highlighted this section in particular before I started the trial here. So I can highlight it. This is really good for those students maybe with a visual impairment or need to look at things slightly differently. You can also highlight particular words. So here we've got batsman. I can look up batsman in the picture dictionary. Just by a click here, it'll open a picture dictionary and it'll look at a particular word. Let's look at debut, look at picture dictionary, and we get a widget essentially that may help students with that understanding. Other features include a lookup, so we can have a fact finder which will launch a Google search straight away just by clicking on that button. We've got the highlighting tools. We've also got an opportunity to collect highlights from a page, which is kind of condense things and explore how things can be used slightly differently. We can look at vocabulary. We can also simplify the page if we want to make the content smaller, as in a smaller article, and it just pulls out the key points for us. And that's using some clever text-based analysis. Users of the system should also have a good look in the settings. This is something that we've got iPacket for at least the next year to explore and use to support specifically those pupils with special educational needs, but I'm sure it will be more useful for lots of other people as well. Just to close the menu, click back onto the extension icon here. That closes it up for you. I'm just going to share a short video now of Read and Write for Google.
Has your school, district, or university gone Google, or are you thinking about it? If so, you're in good company. The number of students using Google Apps for Education doubled from 2010 to 2012 and is expected to do so again in 2014. There is no doubt that Google is quickly becoming the go-to choice for many schools. But what about accessibility? For example, how do you ensure that all of your students, especially struggling readers and writers, those with learning disabilities such as dyslexia, or English language learners, have the supports that they need to access the same content as their peers? Read and Write for Google is the answer. Read and Write for Google integrates with the web and Google Drive. It offers access to Google Docs, PDFs, EPUBs, and more on Macs, PCs, and Chromebooks. Read and Write for Google includes an interactive toolbar that works within your Google documents to provide read-aloud support with dual color highlighting. It also offers an array of support tools for students, including word prediction, a talking and picture dictionary, speech input, a translator, study skills tools, and more. A web toolbar brings similar supports to web pages in Google Chrome. It also includes a Simplify button to isolate text and remove clutter from websites. Users can then choose to summarize the text and access any of the other supports on the toolbar. Support for PDF files in Google Drive is also available, with many of the same tools used in Google Docs and the web. In addition, typewriter and push-pin annotation tools are also included. EPUB support makes EPUBs accessible with read-aloud, support tools, and annotations. All of these tools are included in one online solution that can be given to a single user, group of users, or pushed out to your entire domain. Pretty cool, right? Try Read and Write for Google free from the Chrome Web Store today. If you are a teacher, be sure to register for the free premium access. For more information, visit www.texthelp.com.
So you can see it's a great product. Not only can you use in the web browser, but you can also use in Google Docs. So I'm in a blank new document here. If I select this button here, it brings down this menu, and I've got some different options. There is speech input, which I'll be honest, has varying success depending on your speech. So I will try and input something now and see if that works. This is not me typing but talking. As you can see, it wasn't too successful on that occasion. However, it's a good place to start if students are struggling to get anything down on paper. So, I've taken that off now, but it gives you a kind of overview of what you can do. One thing that I do like in particular with the text help read and write for Google is this prediction. So I can actually start building sentences simply by using numbers. So the first thing, to be able to, and if I could enter my own word, fly, was a bird. Okay, he, and you can see I'm using a combination here of typing and I'm using a combination of typing and the predictive tool, so it's a really good way to help students start to write on a Google Sheet. So you've got two tools there straight away. You've got the prediction tool and you've got the speech input that are just great for getting children writing. So I hope it's useful for everyone. I'd love people's feedback on whether they think this is a good product that we should extend beyond the year, and let me know your thoughts.